What's up? Welcome back to Where the Keys At. The original crew's back in the house. My name is Eli. To my left, I have
Ray Dot, as usual.
And over the other side,
your boy Lee's in the building.
Your boy Tezza.
Oh, I forgot my full name, man. I was going to go with that.
Yeah, allow that government thing.
Yeah, we don't know that.
All right, so we had some really successful podcasts. So thanks to everyone who's been tuning in, sharing and liking. We appreciate that.
Bless.
And we hope we're going to grow.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
In recent days, there's been a bit of casting on the BBC that's been really popular or really controversial.
Oh,
Doctor Who
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cast.
Okay.
a gay black man in the lead role of Doctor Who. Now, it got me thinking, obviously there's controversy and whatnot, but it got me thinking of what I would call stunt casting, where they kind of casting for attention, I think, anyway, in my opinion. We can talk about that. But of all the times in history that's happened,
I don't know, man.
it's a hard topic to talk about without getting cancelled, isn't it?
It's very
But why is it hard to talk about? A man's been cast in a role.
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, I've seen him in something before, and I like the show.
Sex education, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think he's a good actor.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, but I mean, I don't watch Doctor Who, so I don't really have an opinion. Too tough, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't really know what
the
that
only skit
program's
of Doctor
about.
Who I watched was the time on Real McCoy where they had the Doctor Who. That's the only shit I've seen.
That was cool. That was quality, bro.
Yeah.
That was funny. But I don't know, man, because for me, that stunt casting is starting to happen quite frequently, I think.
All the time.
And I think they do this to maybe push an agenda or something like that. That's how I feel about it. To being gay or homosexual or however, people label it now is not the issue for me.
I wonder who they're trying to please. That's what I kind of think. Like, are the gay people going to be happy that they've got representation, but he's black? Are the black people going to be happy they got representation, but he's gay? I bet there's going to be some kind of disparities there.
Yeah, of course there'll be a divide.
Yeah.
But there's
I
always
don't
a
understand.
divide.
And I was going to say, there's always going to be.
But why cast Doctor Who as a black person anyway? I'm black, and I want to see more black characters on TV. But I don't want to see Doctor Who as a black man.
Well, he never has been black, has he? In my knowledge,
yeah,
he's the first person.
But that's what they did. The first time as a female, that was first time black person.
I don't know.
Who's calling for this? Because we ain't. My kids ain't going like Isaiah. My son loves Doctor Who. He's never gone, I wish Doctor Who was black. They've got black characters in around Doctor Who, haven't they?
Yeah.
But they tried to do that with James Bond, didn't they? You remember they were talking about, maybe Idris Elba in the James Bond and
Has
that
the
kind
new
of
James
stuff.
Been announced yet, or is it still a secret?
No, I don't think it is. But
Still a
like,
secret.
But did you see the uproar in that though? When they talk
Idris
about
Elba
Idris
doing it.
probably be doing it, there was
Yeah,
uproar.
they
James Bond
wouldn't
should
do it.
be black.
They wouldn't
blah,
do
blah,
it.
blah. Yeah.
Would you want that?
Why not?
He's a
Black
good
James
actor.
Bond. It's the same thing, isn't it? Why would you want to...
That's true. Yeah, I hear you though. I do hear you
But
on
then
that.
you say, why not? Why not?
Yeah, it's been done a lot of times before. And I've got a list, actually. Non-white actors have been cast in white roles. And some of them are quite interesting. Samuel L. Jackson in Avengers Assembles.
yeah, Fury.
Nick Fury.
Fury, yeah.
I didn't hear
The
any
comics.
uproar about that, though, did you?
It's true. But that's because Samuel's a massive name. They can't uproar that. They can't make noise on that.
So I
He's
kind
massive.
of agree with that one. We've got Michael B. Jordan in Fantastic Four. Nobody got cast as...
because he...
I've seen Flame On guy. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
and his
Human
stepsister.
Human
His
Torch.
stepsister was what was her name? Jessica Alba, wasn't it?
No, that was the other lady. Jessica Alba was the series before.
Oh, scene.
But even though I loved Michael B. Jordan, I still thought that was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I just don't think they should mess with them. I really don't, and that's my opinion. I know it's an unpopular opinion. What about Jaden Smith as the Karate Kid?
I like that film.
That's good movie. That's a good movie, man.
I can't.
Yeah.
That one worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did work. But the whole black family thing, I don't know, man. Because
It's hard because-
when I watched it, I was looking for like, what was he? Was he Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever he was? He was something, wasn't he? Hispanic? The original one. No,
Italian. Danny Russo.
Danny
yeah.
Russo,
Yeah, Italian or something. He was whatever he was,
Italian.
man.
Yeah.
And I was
Italian.
just like, rah.
But you got to think when I watched that film, I thought I was in the film. I was thinking, black people and Chinese people don't really get on. You know what I mean? It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man's better be getting taught by Miyagi and you're thinking.
But
Miyagi
if
would
you're
have
looking
beat him
at
up.
like Chinese kung fu movies and that were popular with black people and
that's true.
They loved it. They loved it.
So
They
there
loved
was
it.
that.
Yeah.
You had like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in like
Yeah, in
so-
In
the Dragon. Yeah, in
Yeah,
the Dragon.
so-
Yeah.
The
Game
I
of
was-
Thrones, Game of Death. Game of Death.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
there
Check
was
out
a
the
lot.
day,
There was a lot of
actually.
crossover there. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
He's
I
back
just
now.
I just wonder where we're gonna go next and how many hats black actors will have to wear to get key roles. There's a scene I told you about in Atlanta where they're taking a mick out of that whole thing, and if you haven't seen Atlanta at home, watch it. And there's a black lady who gets a position with a fashion company, and she's in the wheelchair and she sings, and that's how she got it because she ticks all the boxes.
It's wrong.
No, that's bad.
I thought it's not a million miles away from how life really is.
Sorry.
When these other movies have done it, for instance, and other roles have come up, they've just done these roles and there. But this brother had like special section on primetime news and that to like.
Oh, really? That went that deep?
Yeah, that's
I
that
didn't
went
know
that
that.
deep.
I didn't know
It
that.
went that deep. Like it wasn't one of those ones where you casted him and that's it. He just cast for that role.
Yeah.
They had to highlight it. Like,
Wow.
Do you know what I
Made that
mean?
a massive thing.
Massive thing. Like, rah. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they were just like they're trying to push the agenda. You know. And that's what gets on people's nerves, and especially mine. Like that bugs me when they start pushing things in people's faces, man. Like.
Doesn't always work.
No, it's a small segment of both markets, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in UK.
Yeah.
So they're kind of losing out because they'll lose the diehards who are not happy as well.
Of course.
And I do kind of feel sorry. A lot of the times in diehards, I don't really agree with what they're saying, but I can kind of see where they're coming from.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
They'll lose viewers from that.
Yeah.
Definitely. They weren't gamer viewers, I don't think.
Nah.
I think they'll lose viewers. I don't think they'll be as popular.
Well, but they're starting to. If you look at the new series of Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones got a new series, and Lord of the Rings have got a new series as well.
I've seen that.
And they've got black characters in them now.
Yeah.
Have you seen them? Yeah, and
My same as that Bridgerton, the new Bridgerton, that's all a lot of black people in it.
Enough blackies in that.
that's
the
slightly
new one, the new
different though.
season.
That's produced by a black person.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
I haven't watched
black-
that yet. I
black
heard it's
woman
good. I
made
need to
it.
watch it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a fantasy type show, innit?
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
I don't know, with like them the Vikings and stuff, were there black people in those wars and
Well,
all
the
that?
Game of Thrones.
I mean, obviously black people existed, but they weren't in them areas.
Nah, not in
1300 years
Vikings.
before Game of Thrones, so the spin-off.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they got black people in there.
And then
And he's one of the leads, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, so they got people in that, but not in the original Game of Thrones.
That's what I'm
so what you're
saying.
saying, the dragon bun them all up.
Turn it to work.
Wipe that
And
there,
there is a black. There are the Unsullied or whatever. they're
Oh
called.
yes, the Unsullies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That show was so bad. I want to go back and watch.
Yeah.
That.
And
Yeah.
the Unsullied Boy. Who was
Bar
the other
the
ones
last
as well?
season.
Who was the other ones?
The lady,
They were the
girlfriend.
the ones from Dawn. They were they were like mixed, weren't they?
Oh, with Momoa, Jason Momoa.
Nah.
What were they?
Nah. I don't know they are Jason Momoa. The ones with the brother.
Oh, you think they're the Dafrakis?
Yeah, the Dothraki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, and the other ones, the ones from Dawn. You know, the one who got his eyes popped out by the mountain. His family in that.
Oh,
What were they? The
yeah,
Dawn. Remember the Dawns?
yeah,
you
the
know the ones
Dawns.
from Dawn.
Oh,
They
so
were
there was,
olive skin though.
Yeah, olive skin. They were more olive skin.
Yeah, they were more olive skin.
Olive
Nah,
skin.
man. They
They
were.
weren't dark enough for
They
me.
weren't dark enough. I can't call them black.
But it just feels like it's pushed to the forefront now. You kind of have to be careful what you ask for, you know.
Yeah. No,
And I think if we really want to be represented, we need to develop the material ourselves, like Bridgerton or other things, and put out original characters. We don't need to be Doctor Who.
Yeah,
We don't need to be James Bond.
we can be who we want
We
to be.
just need maybe some backing or.
James Bond was on real based on a black person, though, don't you?
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that at all. Because Fleming wrote that, right?
Yeah.
Something Fleming.
Yeah, he did.
And his estate own it now, and that's the reason I don't think it'll be black, because they don't really want it to be a black character. It's fine. They got black Bond women, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that in the last
Yeah.
one, didn't you?
They had what's her
Halle
name?
Berry.
Naomi.
Halle Berry was in
Berry's
there.
one of them.
Yeah, and Naomi.
I can't remember what
Harris?
her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harris.
Yeah. Okay, we'll flip it. So how about this? Yeah, I found a list of times when white people have played non-white people in movies. There's over 100. This is the top 100. Did you know? Look at this, right?
What's that film? Kings of Egypt. Is that like?
No, it's
No,
not Kings
but-
of Egypt. It's
Gods of
something.
Egypt.
Gods of Egypt. Yes.
That
Yeah,
was-
the whole cast was white,
Yeah.
and they were all meant to be black. I mean, sorry, that's a
Didn't they have it in one of the
foolishness,
old Egypt films as well with Charles? Is it Charles something Heston? Is it
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston. Yeah, didn't he play like the main lead in that?
Charlton Heston.
bruv. Some foolishness of go on there, boy.
It's not like, and that was a recent movie, when that was last
Yeah, that
year,
was
15
recent.
years.
Yeah.
It's not like they can't cast.
That's
them.
about 5
That's
years
what I'm
ago.
saying.
Right?
You didn't want to put no blackie in there. Deep, man.
Okay, Angelina Jolie played a black woman
In
2007.
Ooh.
They darkened her skin in a movie called A Mighty Heart, and they made her hair kinky.
she
No
looks,
She
way.
played an Afro-Cuban woman. Look at this.
Show
She
it.
looks-
Put
she
that
looks
up in
like
there.
the remember the woman who was saying she was black.
2007. Yeah.
Yeah, she looked like her with her hair like that.
Blackfish
Yeah,
woman.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
2007, and I was like, whoa.
Put it up for the people, innit? Make sure you put the.
I showed it to Leanne, and she said, "Yeah, I can remember there was outrage." And I thought, well, I
don't
didn't
remember that.
I didn't see no outrage.
I don't remember.
I don't even know the film, so
How is Angela Jolie not cancelled from that? Like, you telling me you can't find the Afro-Cuban woman to play anyway? I know she's a big star, but anyway.
Yeah.
Another one, which I knew about for time, where a white actor played a non-white character, was Short Circuit, which used to be one of my favourite movies.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the
Johnny
Black-
Five.
Johnny
Yeah,
Five is
yeah,
alive.
yeah.
The Indian man ain't an Indian man in it. It's a white man.
Is he? Don't lie. Oh, you're lying.
And the thing is,
You
right?
look right though, you know.
And the worst thing about that is they play on so many stereotypes, don't they? With his
Oh,
voice and the
right.
Yeah,
things
they
he
do.
says.
Yeah.
I remember the voice and everything.
Wow.
Can you imagine that crew were just cracking up the whole time?
That's
Wow.
wild, bro.
That wouldn't be.
They're,
That
like,
wouldn't
just
fly now.
taking it- Nah.
No way.
Nah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably trying to pay for all this stuff now, and I think they've overdone it. And if I could talk to anyone in Hollywood or BBC or wherever, just tone it back a bit and just let us run our own things, and it will be
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
It ain't gonna be like all black cast or anything like that. But if we just tell the stories and just let us do our thing, it'll be alright, innit? I'm not saying-
You look how big like the Power is and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like things
yeah,
like that,
that's
you
all
know,
developed
Power,
by-
Yeah.
Empire, things like that.
Just need to not have another gangster show. I know everyone loves a
I
gangster
know.
show.
I know
but
you hate it.
I just feel really strongly, man, about that. I want to watch something different.
What are you trying to watch?
I don't know. There's so many more genres, isn't there? There's comedy, there's romance, there's action. They don't all have to
There's
be
thriller.
like gunman
Yeah.
selling drugs and he's trying to come out the game. Every story's that. Can't tell
Every
me none
single,
of the stories.
every single story is like
Yeah.
that, and that just
Well,
does my
that's how
head
they
in.
portray us, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
So that's how
I'm
we're portraying us now.
But I'm
which
sick
is
of
a
it now.
joke.
I'm sick of it.
True.
And then when you think, yeah, there might be a chance to come there. They do the stunt casting business,
Yeah.
and that's what kicks. That's feel like kicking the teeth for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and don't get me wrong, these shows are good in it, but that is not the
Be all and end all.
be all end all, and that's not the life of us people.
That's true.
That is
That's
not
what
the life
kills
of
it. The
us
shows are
people.
good. And like if they're good and people watch them, they'll keep making
keep
more.
making
Of course
more.
they
Yeah,
will.
and that's the thing.
Of course they
Like
will.
Godfather of Harlem as well.
Yeah.
Awesome
Yeah.
show.
Awesome show.
Like, you know.
But things like that, I don't mind because they're like true stories, and they're
based on
based on
true
true
yeah,
stories and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So that kind of stuff doesn't bother me in the sense, like, you know, when I did like the Malcolm X one, I remember Malcolm X was in there and stuff. You think, yeah, I can relate to stuff like that, but I just think like there's other stuff out there that they could be delivering. I'm waiting for the new series of Roots because I ain't watched that yet.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
They
the new
cancelled that
Roots.
though. That's
Yeah,
bad,
they
you know?
did
That's
one
true.
season,
Yeah.
didn't they? And then cancelled it.
Two
I
or
ain't
one?
seen it.
No, it's one. It's
One season,
Yeah.
they cancelled
it.
It's
Made a new
bad.
season.
It was
Yeah. That was
so
wicked,
bad.
bro.
It's a
And
British
that's
guy,
what-
innit? British
yeah.
guy's in the lead,
Yeah.
innit? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that show, man.
Yeah.
And I
I'll have
hated
to
Roots
look
when I was
for
a kid as well.
I did too.
Yeah. We had to watch that at school and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
never
was-
watched that at school,
Yeah,
you know.
I did.
Yeah.
I watch
Never
that
had
school,
to.
man. That's painful, man. I just don't know what though. Like the thing is, that people probably throw out there and say, "Well, what could they make?"
I think someone needs to put a list of shows in our comments or on Facebook. List all the black shows that are out or coming out that are not kind of gangster mobster shows. drug
Like,
dealer
just
shows.
imagine the remake of like Cosby's or something like that.
Oh, they remade the Wonder Years. You seen
Yeah,
that?
I saw that.
Wonder
Wonder
Years.
Years.
Yeah, Wonder Years. Yeah,
I did see that.
I watched
Black,
that.
Black Wonder Years.
Oh
I
yes,
watched
I've
it,
seen it.
yeah.
I've seen some of it.
I
Yeah,
ain't like it,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
I
I
watched
ain't really like it either.
Nah.
I've seen. I only saw the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Well, look, just
It was
imagine like, some of those
alright,
shows
but-
that we had, like, bringing something like that back. Do you know what I mean? That could be alright. To be fair,
Yeah.
with the right directors.
Personally, I don't think there'll be another Cosby.
You can't bring out Cosby's.
No, there's a reason for why I say that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
of
there'll ever
course.
be another Cosby because it's
Oh,
a
no.
positive black family.
Yeah.
You know, they had
Go to
like
uni and
high
all that.
careers. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and yeah, that's a positive light, and
Yeah,
hence
Can't
why
show
we're
us
getting
like
gangster shows and everything now.
Getting a
Because
gangster show,
Yeah.
yes.
shall bring man
I
down.
want that. No, no, it sounds controversial, people, but that's
not
the way
though, is it?
sees.
That's
That's the way I see it.
I don't see how some things can be controversial, like certain things that are facts. It's a fact, right? Like We've got
100%.
more gangster shows than anything else. I know how the Italians must feel, man, with all of their kind of
Mafias
movies.
and all the
Yeah,
mafia movies
they must
and
hate it.
I
Italian
love mafia
Americans
stuff.
must
Though. I
hate it,
ain't gonna
man.
lie though, man. I do love
Yeah.
mafia movies and stuff. But yeah,
They must hate
do.
Scorsese
Yeah, of
and all
course.
them because that's all they do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
People grow up and just think that's if you meet
It's
an
never their
Italian
positive
American.
movies, you know. Even though I'm sitting here now thinking about it, I'm thinking.
I mean, the last positive movie I watched was King
Richard.
King Richard. I was gonna say King James.
Yeah.
King Richard was the
Yeah, I
last
watched
positive
that. I
movie I
watched
saw.
that.
Yeah, it's a good film.
But like when I think about stuff, I think about literally drug movies, gangster movies, black man dying and horrors, or them, or like them weird ones like what my man does. What's his name? Like Us and that. What's his name? The director.
Jordan
yeah,
Peele.
yeah.
Jordan Peele, yeah, his movies and
Yeah.
that. All some
Yeah.
weird shit, like
Yeah.
when they white people are like taking black people's brains and that,
Yeah.
and turn them into like.
That was like it.
That's the kind of shit that shit happens
Get
as
out,
well.
innit? Get
Yeah,
out.
Get Out.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
done
yeah,
Get
yeah.
Out.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's got a
yeah.
new
Like
one
that.
called Nope coming out.
Yeah, they're kind
Yeah.
of things like that's like
That looked good. That note, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. What Teroy said is Jordan Peele. He makes different movies, but they are still movies with black people about being black.
Yeah.
Like, I don't talk about being black every day. Maybe every other day, but I don't talk about But so why the movie got to talk about? I bet, and the gay community must feel the same. I bet every movie is about being gay, rather than about just being whatever you do that day.
Yeah.
I was gonna recommend Atlanta as a show, but actually Atlanta does that too. It's about a rapper,
I know.
and it's all about being black. Like,
Yeah,
pretty
of course.
much.
Yeah.
But it is a very funny show.
True. Yeah.
All right, we ready to move on? Kendrick Lamar's album comes out. By the time this pod is out, Kendrick is already out.
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing it's 10 out of 10
Can't
fire
wait.
already.
Yep.
And I even heard it.
Already.
Already.
That one tune.
I saw that music video, man. He had the fire in his eyes. Bro. He was jumping up like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He knows he's got
That
fire.
video was bad.
The thing is, though, yeah, I love Kendrick in it, and for me, like lyrically, he's the best. He's a poet in it. He's a genius. Like the video was immense with Will
Sick.
Smith, Kanye,
Yeah.
Nipsey,
Jesse
like,
Smollett.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse Smollett,
Jesse
Yeah.
and
Jesse,
OJ.
Jesse,
OJ,
Yeah.
decent. But there's one thing that I'd want from Kanye, for Kendrick, is to bring out tunes that you can just like bop to. Do you know what I mean?
He
Like,
doesn't do club.
Yeah.
he doesn't
no, he
do
don't,
club
does he?
blank
Yeah,
bangers
yeah.
or replay
Yeah.
bangers. He
I
puts
agree.
tune on, like he's
Yeah.
someone that you can sit there, reminisce. The music's conscious. You can relate to it. Lyrically, it's on point. He talks about reality, but it's just not that. I don't even want to say like anyone, but like you can listen to like Ja Rule at every single time, and like you might never like him, but he's got a tune where
got a banger.
every time you hear it, it's
Yeah.
a banger. You hear it, or you know, or 50 or whatever. Like 50 like. He's got like he could go his hard stuff, can't he? Then he can do something what could please the girls.
Yeah.
Then he can do something what please the club. And I just think that's the only thing about Kendrick which I wish he could change. But don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and
gonna be
do you
sick.
know what? It might even just be that they want to just target certain people and don't want to go outside that. You just never know.
Well, I think they
That's
keep it
also
real. And I was
true.
having this conversation with like look at Brotherhood, for instance, yeah, like Jerome and Byron and stuff. Like them man have been going for so long. Lyrically, like so on point, tunes on point, everything's on point. But don't like, and then they just stick to what they love. They don't conform to anybody else. They don't think, oh, do you know what? I'm
good way
going to
to
make
be.
this to be commercial, to do what they're doing. And I rate that.
It's hard for Kendrick. I think what you said, he's probably purposefully put himself there in that position, because if you look at someone from the same era, Drake, he started off as, he called himself a backpack rapper when he
Yep.
come out, and then he got signed and whatnot.
Yep.
He was underground for a while. Still.
Yeah,
he was.
his little brother was his favorite
Yeah.
rapper,
Yeah,
rappers,
yeah.
their favorite rappers and stuff like that. But then he tried to be like, his album was 20% this, 20% that, 20% ladies, and now no one really believes him anymore. Even the kids, you hear the young people talking about him. He's not popping like that anymore. He can't make a backpack tune for us anymore because we
No.
don't believe him. He can't
Yeah.
make a straight up banger because he's not young enough for kids anymore. His last
Yeah, of
album,
course.
was, he can't really sing and make the ladies tunes like
Yeah.
that anymore.
Yeah.
He's kind of like watered down in every category. So I think Kendrick sticking to where he's at.
Yeah.
For
And I-
us, it's
and I-
great,
exactly,
and we have the opportunity to have Kendrick and the baby. Like if we want to go clubbing, we can play the baby. If we want to
yeah.
chill and
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
and zone out, we got Kendrick. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm happy he ain't doing that, and I just hope he doesn't do it on this album.
No, I don't think he will.
It doesn't sound like he's going to though.
I don't
Nah.
think so.
I
I don't
think
think so.
he's independent now, isn't he?
He will be now.
And
be
because it
independent
took
now,
so
yeah.
long for an
So,
album to come out,
I
I just
think-
believe he's just gone into his craft and just got
I ain't gonna
pure
lie, that-
fire.
I ain't gonna lie,
that-
Well, no,
Bro, that video was
When I
bad,
get-
you know.
when I
That
get
video
up on
was
Friday
bad.
morning, tomorrow
That video
morning,
was
boy.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about conscious music.
Yeah, okay.
At first, I said reggae and rap, but then I kind of thought it's every genre's
genre.
got some, well, most genres have got some conscious level of discussion. And to define conscious, how can you define conscious, do you think?
Something that's real and going on in the world. Is that how we
Yeah.
can define
Yeah,
it?
real.
Because
Yeah.
that's how I based my conscious on anyway.
Yeah.
I think real
And
reality, positive.
reality,
I think
positive.
it's generally
Understand
generally
struggle
positive. I
sometimes
think
as
for
well.
me.
Not with the hype, basically.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't-
no hype. It's,
I don't know if it's always positive because like real life ain't always.
Yeah,
positive,
yeah,
is
that's
it?
that can't
No,
be
no,
positive.
no,
I
no,
know, I hear you.
But
Natalie.
I don't. But what I mean by it, it's not. What I mean by positive in the sense of it doesn't make you
Mean-
want to hype up and be
and promote and go and kill
promote
somebody or
do
something,
something.
shoot
You
someone
talk
or
about
drugs and
tragedy and
stuff.
them things, but I think the way that the conscious music comes across to me is feel good. Like I when I listen to like especially reggae, because reggae is my thing. That's my
Yeah,
favorite thing.
100%.
That's my top. Man, gospel.
No, I know you love the gospel.
I do love
so
gospel.
Feel good.
I do love
surely it's
gospel. I
conscious,
do love
right?
gospel. But what I'm
So
saying
you got no
is,
gospel in your list?
Yeah, go on in there.
any gospel artists? in my list?
I got scared. Teroy scared.
That one looking at
My heart went
the old T came back for a second, boy.
No, I haven't got no gospel on my list, and it's not because I don't like gospel music.
Yeah, actually gave it a look, bro.
Wrong man. You're wrong, bro.
But why haven't you got
Go
any
on, T.
gospel
Go
on
on.
your list?
It's not bad, mate. I think because a lot of the music I listen to, probably the music I listen to the most is reggae. Like that is just my go-to. Like I would choose reggae over any genre, any music, and then it'd probably be sort of like R&B, really.
Yeah.
So people on my list were Luciano,
Yeah.
Garnet Silk,
Yep.
Sizzler, Capleton, Chronics.
Yep.
You know, even people like Morgan Heritage, like people like I just love sitting there and just listening to these stories. Bryce Hammond was in there as well. This is my top three, bro.
All of their
100%.
songs conscious.
100%. I'm gonna have to, I
Yeah,
have to say,
yeah. There's not any song on there. What I say is not conscious.
Yeah,
There's
nah,
not-
nah,
out
yeah,
of those
they've-
artists,
out of those artists,
that
they've
I've
got
named,
conscious, definitely.
there's not anything that isn't.
Yeah.
Do you
See,
know
I
what
don't think I
mean?
can listen to conscious all the time.
You can't.
Nah, like you have to. For me, anyway. There's moods in it. Like
Yeah.
different
There
phases.
is,
of course.
But I think some of that conscious music, because it's conscious, the bass line, like back in the day, or just the beat, just gets you going.
Yeah.
Like reggae, like when you hear it, bro, it's like in the bass, like you thinking, literally, you just get up. I'm thinking, as soon as you hear the beat,
Yeah.
everyone just knows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or as soon as you hear certain words, I'm thinking, rah, like,
Yeah.
music don't excite me like that. Like,
No.
apart from reggae, like, do you know what I mean? It don't really. And I'll tell you what, apart from like, something like home show like that, it's like maybe garage.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When you wait for the beat or something like that. But reggae, every time you hear a reggae tune, like, there's always something about it. The beat just
Yeah.
goes through you. You just think, rah, my youngest son, he's not grown up with that music being produced.
But you love the music, you know every word, man. I see him dance.
Every word.
Every word.
Every word,
I'm like,
listen.
yo, how does this? Team must be playing this all the time. I honestly thought that when I see him dance up and singing the words the other day. I felt embarrassed that I didn't know the tune. I was like, yo.
Love
He
that.
listens to reggae all the
Black
time.
card, man.
Honestly, like
Black card.
out of all my children, he loves like his culture. Like he loves it. Like,
Love it. So yeah, reggae was big for me as well growing up. And Teroy touched on two of my artists who are definitely in mine, which is Garnet Silk and Sizzler, definitely. I'd even have to put Bob Marley in there. Well, I
Yeah, I was
should
gonna
have to
say.
put Bob Marley in
He's
there.
the-
That's not even a question
paved the way.
because exactly. But you listen to his music, and what he's talking about still relates to this day.
Unite. Yeah, man. Them
Exactly.
tunes are
Yeah.
Still relates to today. Like you know, the struggles he was talking about is still what's going on today.
yeah.
You know. So yeah, so
You got
that's
no,
what.
no rap in yours.
Have I got rap?
Oh, they're raving that really a rap, man, are you? There must be something in there.
There's gonna be something in there, but you know, let it go around the room first. I'll
Go
come
on,
back.
Leroy, what you got? You must have some.
It's not like
rap in
music's
there,
conscious,
Leroy.
isn't he?
What's that?
Music Soulchild quite conscious. You think?
I know enough about him.
You
man.
know, yeah, you
I
know,
know
like,
one
listen to
tune.
music. Yeah.
2 tunes.
Music can go in there.
Music's quite conscious.
Music can go in there.
Dwelly's
definitely.
quite conscious.
Yeah.
Dwelle, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Dwelle's
Dwelle's
definitely.
Yeah,
conscious,
most
yeah.
Def Common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them man, they're quite
Common
conscious.
was someone I was thinking about, to be fair. to put
Common
into
bad
mine.
boy, man.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
Def, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but I love me some Talib, man.
I was going to say, I was about to say the Talib
Love
again.
me
Yours,
some
you
Talib.
know,
Look at my list. Again.
I love me some
Talib,
Talib,
man.
man.
Yeah, I would have most Def and Talib on my list as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
okay.
Black Star.
Yeah.
Even just the name Black Star.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey ship. That's what they call them, Black Star.
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, you know, them things when you hear lyrics and whatnot, you start looking it up. So that start teaching you just in them ways as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it was.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go way back now because one of my favourite singers of all time is Mr. Sam Cooke. And if you, yeah,
yeah.
Chain Gun Come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw something about him, documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, yeah. I've watched loads of documentaries about him on different things, but yeah, he you know, his death was controversial because he tried to break away and tried to get like a
Start
black
his label,
publishing.
right? Yeah, something,
yeah,
yeah.
And obviously at that time that can happen.
So yeah, you've said pretty much all of my list. Most Def, the tune I put in a group the other day, man. The Rape Over, that's my tune. Even all his Boogeyman stuff, all of that, I love. He's just conscious. Tyler Quiley probably is more conscious though. 'cause
Yeah,
Tyler
I
was
say
like-
that.
He tells stories, don't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And makes you
Talib's
think,
my
wow.
guy, man.
yeah.
I Try was a big boy tune.
Big
for
I
him.
tried.
Yeah.
I
Tried
love that
that.
tune.
Yeah, and
yeah.
like he
Big
just
boy
managed
tune.
to. But again, he's like what you said. He ain't got no party tunes. I can't
Nah.
DJ and play Tyler Quiley.
Nah.
I want to hear that if I go to a party, though.
You know what I mean? But what can you play?
Yeah, I try. Yeah, that's what
I try, that's
that's
it,
the only one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
You can't
No,
really say
it's,
that.
it's hard. It's hard.
But
is that-
Very much another
Yeah.
one of mine as
Very
well.
much,
Very much for
yeah.
sure, man. Had some quality kind of tunes. But and I would also say Kanye West.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Obviously,
a
the
good.
first
That's
three-
a good
first-
shout, you
first
know.
three,
Yeah,
four
Coca.
albums.
Yeah,
First 3
Kanye.
albums, Kanye West
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah.
Kanye was like, and it doesn't have to be conscious on some Black Power stuff either. Like just the story like about his auntie dying and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Then kind of things just make you think about
'Cause it
family
relates.
and all that
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of stuff. So
Relate.
Yeah.
for me, that Kanye opened my eyes more. But then I listened to Little Brother a lot. I love Little Brother, Big Pooh
Yeah.
as well, and of course Dead Prez. Their whole thing was about freedom, right? That album was like
Yeah, yeah.
all of them were themed around freedom, but militantly being freedom. Like, yeah, we're just gonna kill you if we don't get what we want.
Yep.
And it's still like that now. I love that. And then Jay-Z worked with them. Do you remember the tune
Yeah.
they've done with Jay-Z? He shouldn't have done that.
Why? Who Jay-Z shouldn't have done the tune?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's a bad look for him, innit? Because they're like activists, aren't they?
Right,
Proper
okay.
activists, and then
Yeah.
Jay-Z done a tune with him to try and I don't know what he was trying to do. I think Jay-Z undercover is like that. Do you know what I mean? He kind of even said it, didn't he? He said lyrically, I want to be Talib Kweli, but
Yeah, but because of the
I made 5 mil and I ain't been rhyming like common sense.
yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they
true,
know
though.
that there's a ceiling, a glass ceiling. If
Yeah,
you
of
say
course.
certain things.
Of course.
So
But can you get to a certain point, do you think, and then you can then just start saying what you want? Or do you think you've...
At Jay-Z's level now, I think he can say what the hell he wants.
That's what I thought.
Kanye does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I just don't
do.
like what he's saying. That's all.
I don't like
Yeah,
what
you
he's
don't
saying.
have to
either,
like
man.
what
But
I'm
I'm saying
saying
he's got
is
to that level where
he
he
can
ain't gonna
influence
lose. He ain't
anything
gonna lose
right
no
now.
sleep over it, bro. He's
Yeah.
using them. Still gonna sell them things there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, and you know.
So I am a little bit surprised by Jay-Z that he hasn't.
No, but he's not that guy, man.
Yeah, but he was.
I don't know if he was. I don't think he ever was that real.
I don't know if he ever was Leroy.
I don't
man.
think he was, man. He never was that.
He
bro.
sprinkled little bits. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was never.
But I
committed
think
to it, was he?
I think he's more what he is now, bro. And he was just trying to get a couple of homies with him, bro. So he was sprinkling a little piece out there. I try draw you man in, bro. Never drew me in, bro.
You always hated Jay-Z, man.
Bro, because I see through him, bro.
We missed out Lauryn Hill, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She had a whole big conscious album, every tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she stopped
Yeah,
though.
every
But she
single
stopped, man. And she
tune.
done.
Then she got blackballed.
Yeah,
she
listen,
did.
she
She
could have
got
came.
blackballed,
She could have
man.
came back and done what she wanted to do.
She got blackballed.
Oh,
man.
nah, man.
She could have
After
came.
what she said, nah, man.
I think she could have came back.
What
and
did she
done.
say?
She got finished.
Nah.
I don't make this music for white people. Kind
Yeah,
of
but she
thing.
didn't get finished though. She came people with the more albums still. But she said she wasn't making no
Do you
more
think Lauryn
music.
Hill was
She
wrong for
made.
saying
She
that?
made.
said-
She made. Well, she did. She
Was
did
she
do a
wrong for
song.
saying that though?
If
No,
that's-
she
if
said what
that's
she
not
felt,
if that's
innit?
not who she made
That's
it
what I'm
for.
saying.
She
It's
said what she
another- It's
felt.
another issue. If it's not controversy, it's the truth.
If that's what
Yeah.
she made it,
Fact.
exactly, it's a fact. Yeah,
But that's not saying that
But people don't want to hear that.
It's not saying that white people can't listen to it, though, is it?
No,
It's saying
no,
that
I know.
I don't
in
make
fact,
it.
I guarantee the majority of, especially in them times, the majority of the new white audience, were listening to it because it was made for black people. Do you know what I mean? It was like, it was new, it was interesting. Yo, what they, like reggae.
Yeah.
And like culture, you go on holiday because you want to taste their culture. Yeah. So that's the one extra thing with me was it became a bit watered down because we stopped making music really for like the elements of the culture and really just to be more accessible. We didn't realise that they wanted in on this culture. We didn't have to cater to what they wanted.
It goes back further than that. I mean, there's genres that we created. You know, I'm gonna call it straight. Elvis music.
You seen the movie
was
coming
from
out
black
now?
people.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I see the trailer for the Elvis movie when I was watching Doctor
Who's
Strange.
made it, though?
In front of Doctor Strange. Baz Luhrmann made it.
I don't know. Who
Australian
that
guy,
is.
Australian
Okay.
director.
They've
Made,
got the time for that, man.
it looks like they're going to touch on it in the movie, though.
Is it?
Yeah, because there's a man in the trailer and he's like...
I don't know if they are.
Well,
They should be
that
real.
That
in
might
that
be the only
movie
scene.
and portraying properly. Man was messing with the kid, bruv.
Oh shit.
Oh, you mean that part of it?
But it's true though. It is. It is true. I'm not having that Elvis thing, bruv. Because listen,
I'm with you, right? But if it could be
kids,
right
bruv.
for him, like
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
why is it wrong for everyone else?
He set it for everybody else, you know.
Even though I'm
publicly did
gonna
it.
take back what I just
And
said.
publicly
It's
did
wrong.
it.
Full stop.
It's wrong, full stop.
Wrong,
Yes,
full stop.
But he
it's-
set the trend.
But he's a superstar, though. Took black music.
He's a
That man's
hero.
a crook, man.
He's a hero.
He stole music.
He's a
He
hero.
stole,
Yeah.
he stole style. He stole fashion.
Everything,
He
bro.
slept with kids, and he's a legend.
And he's a
about
hero
to
to
have the
them.
biggest
He's a
movie of the
hero
year.
to them.
Yeah.
He's a hero to people out there.
But I
All I
think
can hear is "Fight the Power" in my head right now. Elvis was a hero of the sun. Racist.
Yeah,
Truth is hard to swallow, man.
it's hard to
Yes,
swallow.
that's all.
If Elvis wasn't successful, he'd probably been, done for what he
Listen,
done.
if Elvis was black, they would have strung him up long time.
But I mean, black people are far from perfect, especially
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that.
especially stars like Elvis. We've got loads of bad ones. Look at James Brown. He wasn't a paedophile. I'm not saying
he
James
weren't.
Brown's a paedophile, but James
what I'm
Brown
saying.
done some bad stuff in his life, and we still see him as a hero.
women?
He's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, beat up
He's a hell of
women,
a
drug, alcohol, theft, crime.
Yeah.
But we do allow it.
That's true.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
hear
I
that.
didn't say I allow it. I didn't say I allow it. What he did is deep still. But that's what happened when you go drugs, boy. Drugs mash you up, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drugs mash you up.
I mean, do we look at Rick James in that same light as well?
What did he do?
Yeah.
What did James do? He just got high, didn't he? Nah, Rick James is bad, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rick James is bad. He's an actual criminal, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
drugs, robbery, beating
He was
women
really in
up,
that life. Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, he just lost it. He just lost it
But
completely.
his music was still bad.
Exactly. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am of the thought that if your star is big enough and your contribution to the arts is good enough, that I will overlook everything you've done.
And that's
What?
what.
Yeah.
You can't.
I would say-
bro.
I listened to
Nah.
R. Kelly recently, man.
Music, but you can't say you can't
What
say
I
you
was
can
saying-
say like that.
Nah,
I hear
you
what you're
can't,
saying,
man.
but I don't think you worded it very well.
Yeah, you
I hear what
did
you're
well.
saying
Help me
though.
out, 'cause I got
So-
Help him out,
So
Ray,
what-
because boy, he get us cancelled. You know.
So what I feel Eli's trying to say is that basically it doesn't take away from the artistry, the artists that they made, the music they made is just still timeless, still great music. But obviously the person was a dick. But obviously it's only coming out now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the artist that doesn't take anything away from the music that they made.
Exactly. That's how I want to say it.
Yeah, that's why
I will
that's why I can
listen
understand.
You can dig and find anything about anyone.
Oh yeah,
of course.
100%.
Of
Like,
course,
I
you
get that.
cancel their films.
No one's
look
saying
at
that.
R. Kelly, yeah? You can't watch Space Jam if you look like R. Kelly. I know you don't like Space Jam.
Dead film anyway.
But R. Kelly touched so many projects. I was listening to something the other day and I was like, yo, R.
They'd
Kelly,
be
R. Kelly
asked,
wrote
he
this.
makes so much
You know?
music.
R. Kelly wrote this. You
It
won't
was
even know.
huge.
He
No,
wrote
he wrote-
music for everybody.
Yeah.
He wrote,
He did.
and I'm
He
thinking,
did.
damn, I can't
Yeah.
even listen to that no more.
No, I'm not saying, but I bust his
Shut up.
tunes and that, but bruv, like that's not because I agree with what he likes. It's just some of the tunes are bangers.
Yeah.
the Closet was a Bad Boy series of tunes.
That was
Number
wicked,
five.
innit? That was
Yeah, it
wicked.
was.
Yeah, that was wicked.
It was.
This guy was
It
so
was, it
creative.
was.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
it
Kenny
was.
Price tune. This is Mr.
Yeah.
Big. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Oh,
man.
that's what I just do. Be careful. You better
Yeah,
be careful.
Yeah, that
what
was
you do to me.
yeah. It was.
Oh,
What was the group?
Lord.
What was the group? Was
That's
that
one
tune?
woman, innit? What's her name?
I thought that was three of them.
No, it's one woman because that's her.
Change
and
of
Lee.
Faces. I thought it was.
No,
Change of
Change of
Faces was
Faces.
two, wasn't it? Two women.
It was her.
Yeah.
What's her name? It was the woman's niece.
Oh,
who
the woman's
raped-
niece. Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's mad.
I can't
And she
remember.
basically handed them over, didn't she?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was sick.
And her dad played bass. You've seen the thing, innit?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that was sick, man.
Right.
Yeah, R. Kelly wasn't very creative. But yeah.
Changing Faces
Nah,
done.
I can't, I
Get
can't.
Out. with
Get
R.
Out.
Kelly.
Yeah, that's right.
Nah,
Yeah.
no,
Dun,
fucking-
dun, 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 dun.
I can't bypass
True.
the things he did, man. You
But you still
can't.
listen to music, though, innit?
To be fair,
Big
I'll be
tune.
honest with you. I actually haven't listened to R. Kelly in a while still.
Kendrick is out now. I want you to give a future 10 mark out of 10 for this Kendrick album.
Because it ain't out right now, but it will be out by the time this
Yeah,
gets
so remember,
released.
we don't know what it's like. We know one single. And that's it.
I know I'm gonna give him a solid 9 because I can't say 10 out of 10 because there'll probably be one tune on the album that I
You may
don't
not
like.
I hear
There'll
that.
be one on the tune album I don't like. I do it with J. Cole. I love J. Cole, but there'll be one tune I think you didn't need to throw this on the album.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I find myself when I hear
I'll
that now,
give-
like when I would some old artists, when I listen to them tune now, I'm like, yeah, this tune was bad. You know, why don't I like it?
Why
then?
do I like it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do that all
it'll
the
take
time.
me a while. It'll
Why
take
did
me
I
a while
skip-
to get
'cause
to
you
it.
know
Why
the
did
tune
you-
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7 never got skipped, no matter whose album it was. Number 7 was always the
Yeah,
tune. But I'm like,
7
why did I
bad.
skip number 5 and number 6 for? These tunes are bad.
Yeah,
So, yeah, no, I
definitely.
understand.
So 9 out of 10.
No, that's
So
it.
I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. It could, if we do the next pods, and I hear the whole thing, I'm like, why 10 out of 10? But it's Kendrick, so it's minimum 9.
Okay.
I know it's a
give him-
minimum.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
Hey.
What?
Hey,
I'm
yeah.
gonna give him an 8, man.
Okay.
Because I don't. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But that's why I think it's going to be bad.
Yeah, but listen,
you
you
can't
said
come
what?
out and bring
Yeah,
rubbish.
no, go on.
It's been a while, yeah, and I don't know, man. So I'm not gonna hype up too much in it. But I'm hoping he comes with a 10. But he's getting an 8 at the moment, man. He's getting an 8 at the moment.
You saying, Ray?
All right, man.
Oh, me now, yeah. I'm gonna say 9.5. I'm gonna have to give him 9.5 because
Yeah.
that video and that first tune set the tone amazingly, and I'm thinking if it can go like that through the whole album, that album's certified classic already.
Yeah.
Me, so yes, I'm gonna give him that.
You guys have said it all. You said it all. So I'm obviously I'm 10, right?
I think
I'm 10.
We know
I'm
you
10
like
because
10.
I've never heard a Kendrick album that wasn't a 10 in my mind. And this time, he's older, like he's 35. He's in an album cover.
Every album's a 10. Every Kendrick album's a 10.
35 now. Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone. Tell me one that ain't a 10. In my opinion, they're all 10s.
So he's
This
been militant.
album's gonna be fire, and
think
the
it's
kind
gonna
of the way the beats were already, like with the jazzy kind of vibe. I wanted to
Yeah,
bring that. I didn't want to leave that because that's where he's the best.
Yeah.
And I think now is his
agree.
last album. I think the
Yeah.
opposite, opposite with you. And I don't think he's gonna like. I think this is it. He's gonna do what he wants.
Yeah.
It's like when you leave your job, you just do what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think he's like, do you know what? I ain't putting no singles on here, man. I'm just going crazy on this album. And I think this is a 10 for sure.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll see. We will see tomorrow.
Yep. Exciting times.
All right. So next time we're on Where the Keys At, we may reflect on that.
Remember, like, subscribe, share the thing, man.
Man, share the shit
the
out of
team.
it.
Yeah.
Push the blue button. All you gotta do is push the button, innit? Push the button.
Yeah, for real. But also, thanks for the support, guys, man, because
Yeah.
people are sharing, and respect to all of you guys. You know, can't comment on everyone's that, you know, because we're in a few hundred people sharing it. So, yeah, love.
We appreciate
keep
you.
pushing it. We appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
man.
Appreciate
You
you.
guys
Yeah.
are keeping us going. Do you know what I mean? So keep going.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace out.